man. So they talking about brother KD, Kevin Durant. It's about him going to the Knicks, and the rumor is that the Knicks want to interview Jason Kidd, right? So let's start off with the Jason Kidd rumor. They want to give permission to interview Jason Kidd from Dallas. That might actually work because I don't think Jason Kidd wanted to trade Luka Doncic. Obviously, Dallas, Kyrie is injured. He probably ain't going to be back, for another year. He might be back sometime next year, or next season, but he ain't going to be what he once was, you know what I mean? So it might make a lot of sense. You get Cooper Flag, and they really got a championship window, 3 to 5 years, whatever Nico said. But honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like, for Jason Kidd, it's probably best that he move on, especially if you wasn't on board with trading Luka Doncic. So, you're going to New York, Bronson, pretty sure you know his father. It heard of some issues with his father, but it's always like that. Black people hate nepotism. You know what I'm saying? But they complain about when other ethnic groups do it, but they hate to participate in nepotism. They hate to put people on. They hate to see their people in power. They talk about them. So, if y'all don't want to participate in nepotism, then you should just shut the hell up, in my opinion, right? But to carry on, I think it'll be a good fit. I always thought highly of Jason Kidd as a player. As a coach, he's a damn good coach. So yeah, I think he's still searching for that first title as a coach, and I think they're a good fit for him, to be honest, man. I think he'll get the most out of that bench. The whole thing with him is, can he get Jalen Brunson to distribute the basketball, or do they have to go out there and get a point guard that can distribute it, and can he modernize that offense? And with Luka, he had a hard time getting the ball out to get Luka to play the game the right way. It's hard. Today it's hard to get these guys to play without the basketball. But the ones that learn to play without the basketball, like the Jay McDaniels, they kind of got to be all low on the totem pole to really understand it. But, you got to learn to get these guys to learn to play without the basketball. And if he can get Bronson to learn how to distribute and be a true floor general, the Knicks might ease to a championship, or a couple of them. But the problem is, it's just score. So this late in his career, I don't think you can get him to distribute the basketball the way you need to. I mean, Chauncey learned. That's a fact. Chauncey learned late in his career. He wasn't having the success that nowhere near the success, Jalen Brunson was having. But Chauncey Billups learned. He sure did. He sure did. Oh my goodness, dog! This guy right here, man. People don't know how they really want to drive, bro. They really don't know how to drive. People go the same route every day. I guess it's the phones. It's Friday. It's just the distractions, bro. You know where you want to go. I literally don't understand how people drive. They speed in the slow lane, go slow in the fast lane. They act like they never been on these routes before. Like, really, bro? Like, I really think America got a literacy problem. And I think that stems from the driving problem, too. Real talk. I think they got a literacy, all types of problems in America. People are just idiots, dog. Like, the average person is dumb. I'm really believing that the average person is dumb. That's a fact. The average person is dumb. I really believe that the average person in America is dumb. I'm really a firm believer in that. The average American is dumb. Now he blowing at her while she crossing the street. That's wild. But yeah, I like Kidd in that position. I will fuck with it, honestly. I think I like Kidd in that position. But nonetheless, KD, Kevin Durant. They talking about trading mock trade was Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, a couple first round draft picks for Kevin Durant. At this point, I don't really understand why you trade for a 37-year-old Kevin Durant by the time next season starts. If anything, like I was saying, I think they need to go find somebody that can that can be a true point guard, not to come in necessarily start over Brunson or move Brunson off the ball permanently, but just somebody that can like free him up a little bit. You know, somebody that can free him up. You know, get him going off the ball, can set the offense up, and not be so ball dominant. You know, that's kind of, you know, that's just, you know, my opinion on it. But, you know, getting Kevin Durant, I don't, at 37 years old, I don't really understand it. You know, yeah, he can get his own bucket, but, you know, Bridges can get his own bucket defend. OG showing that he can get it, he can pray to get his own. But I mean, and then I feel like you're giving up too much. Like, if anything, bro, like they can get these second round picks or whatever. We can make the salary match with Mitchell Robinson, but I don't feel like you need to give up a lot to get him. I'd probably rather keep Anunoby over Mikal Bridges, but that's just my opinion on it. But yeah, I mean, you know, quite frankly, bro, I really think that's a useless move for the Knicks. If the Knicks gonna make a move, break one of them players down, build your bench, I think they need to find a point guard that can really, you know, settle them in the offense. That'll be my thing. And it doesn't have to be nobody big, you know, nobody a big name, just a point guard that know how to come in, you know, down the stretch, you know what I'm saying? He can make the game easier for everybody. That's what they need. You know, a guy like what the Detroit Pistons found in Dennis Schroeder. You know, a guy that's just gonna make the right play, take care of the basketball, you know, take some pressure off of Jalen Brunson. I think that's what they kind of need more than the Kevin Durant. And then, you know, maybe a guy off the bench that can go get a bucket. You know, somebody that can just, you know, you get off the bench, you can go. You know, like Jamal Crawford or Lou Williams type of guy. You know, you got some shooters. You know, if you keep Mitchell Robinson, you got a big fella. You know, get you somebody off the bench that can just get him. That can just be a stick of dynamite scoring guy. Benny Johnson, a Ginobili type guy. What he known for is just getting buckets. As long as he give a little bit of effort on defense, and then down the stretch, you put him in there with Bronson and the rest of them, y'all can go down the stretch, y'all can close the game out. So I think they more missing that variety of it, but, you know, that's just my opinion on it. And I could be far off, but Kevin Durant, he acting like this Kevin Durant 4, 5, 6 years ago. That dude got a couple deep breaths left before he about to retire. So that's just my opinion. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notification. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Check my Free Game 89 channel out. Join the Patreon. Make sure I ain't blowing through no stop sign. I wasn't no stop sign. It looked like it, but, you know, that's all I had to say, man. Check out my Detroit channel. Peace.